Hello there. Welcome to another Rural Picking Dad video. I'm Jared, full-time dad, part-time picker. I hope you've been enjoying those Hoarder Alert lockers. They've been a lot of fun. It's been fun going through them. But today's video is going to be a little different. In the past, I've done some videos about trying to save the part-time picker shack. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make a video on saving the part-time picker shack. I've got some wood siding to put up, so yeah, I got to get to work. So what we're going to be doing today is taking this big pile of wood here and putting it up on the side of the part-time picker shack. That's the plan, hopefully. And this wood here, we actually, my in-laws were in town this summer, and my father-in-law really insisted that we probably should get started on the siding. So he helped me purchase this pile of wood. It wasn't quite in my budget, but thanks to him, we were able to purchase it. The problem is when we purchased it, it was fresh cut and so wet that we couldn't put it on the side because it would have just shrunk and we would have had big gaps. So yeah, so what we did is piled it up, let it dry for, I don't know, it's been about 2 months, I guess. Yeah, 2 months. I think it's dry enough now. I'm going to start slapping it on the side. Unfortunately, though, that means I have to do it myself. I don't have the extra hands here. But yeah, let's get to work. So you can see here, I slapped up a couple of the corner pieces to get prepped for today's work. I've already ran into my first problem. You can tell here, it looks pretty, nice and tight, kind of lines up pretty well. But as you get farther down, this little gap gets bigger and bigger. And down here, I mean, it's big. And that's because the bottom of this right here is kind of pushed out a little. So if I tried to line the boards up like where it was tight along this whole edge like this, all the way down, this board here would be crooked. And then as I'm running down the road, you would know, it would just be visibly noticeable how crooked my siding would be. So I have to keep the siding straight. So in the end, we're doing board and batten, or batten and board, is it board and batten? So I'll just trim that out and make it look pretty. That's what trim's for, I always say. So yeah, so my first problem, and there'll probably be many more, but I'm gonna get to work on it. Give me the stick. Oliver loves his sticks. I gotta get to work, Oliver. All right, good boy. Good boy. I'm at a stopping point right now. The battery on my drill is dying, and I got some family stuff to get to. So yeah, but let me show you where we're at and some of the things I've run into. All right, I started with this side because it had straight cuts. This back side, I'm gonna have to do angles along the way and a bunch of different, so it's gonna take me even longer. And this one definitely slowed me down a little bit. Ran into a few things. Of course, I have this window here that I have not actually framed in properly. This is a window I found in a locker, and I put it up in there, and I just never got around to finish framing it. So I'll frame that out, and I'll trim this up really nice. My cuts around the window probably not the best, but the other thing I ran into is up here. There's these, up in the awnings, these little overhangs of wood. Some have broken as I was taking out the old wood. But this wood here that I have is just a little bit thicker than the wood that was up here before. So I'm gonna have to trim that out a little bit, cut it out, and so it'll get up there and fit. But it's coming up. So yeah, a few things are slowing me down here. One of the other things is I'm not using a nail gun, I'm using a drill. I thought about getting a nail gun, but I was just like, well, do I get this nail gun and then maybe use it in another year or so down the road? I mean, it would be handy to have, but I have a drill. I have a ton of screws, outdoor screws that I found in lockers. So I just thought, you know what, let's save some money. I've been doing it with the drill, but definitely more time consuming. We got this lumber actually just down the road. There's a lumber mill. They cut their own wood and stuff. And so cost of the wood, I think, was right about $1,100, somewhere around there. So not too bad. If I was to go to like a big box, hardware store, wood store, I don't think we'd pay. I think we'd pay double, if not more, for the amount of wood that we got. So I'm excited to be getting it up. I should have put it up sooner, but life, right? So, but yeah, I'll get back to this in a day or two, and we'll keep going on getting more siding up. Well, it has been quite a while since since I started this video, since I started working on the shed. And I won't lie, I actually spent a few more days out here throwing wood up. It's been a few weeks, but when I find time, I've been throwing wood up on the shed. So let's take a look where I'm at so far. I don't know. I think it's starting to look like a shed again. Yeah, I just finished putting up this backside here. Last week I finished this side. I still have quite a bit of work to do. I've got to trim out these windows, wrap them up correctly, actually frame them out right. This one's not even really in properly. It's been sitting like that for about a year now. But yeah, so I'm coming along with it. But now what I've got to do is, so I've put this wood up, but where these gaps are, that's just potential for rain and stuff to get in there. So that's why this is called board and batten. I guess this part's the batten part, I guess. I'm going to be ripping some wood that will cover up these cracks, just to give a little more protection from weather over the years. So yeah, today I'm pretty much, what I'm going to be doing is ripping down a bunch of wood into like little 2-inch strips to make the I guess, I don't know if that's actually called, it's called board and batten. So is that the batten part? You guys tell me. But again, just to cover up those gaps and just give a little more protection from weather. So I'm going to get to it. I'll throw up a time lapse because I don't think you guys want to see me cutting wood for 30 minutes. So little time lapse and try to get some more of this project done. I was just informed that I have a parent-teacher conference to get to, so I've got to wrap it up for now. Also, thanks to daylight savings time, I am running out of light anyway. So, but let me show you where I'm at, and I think it's starting to look pretty good. You guys can tell me what you think. I'm putting these slats up in between. I'm just nailing them in today. Overall, it's going up pretty quick. It's working pretty well. I mean, I know I could go and buy like this stuff 2-inch pre-cut, and it would save me a lot of time, but the amount of money we saved buying this from like just a rough mill just down the road makes it worth it, the time that it's going to take to cut these. And like I said, it is going up pretty quick. This window, like I said, is a mess. I decided not to run a slat here yet because I'm going to debate on how I'm going to really trim this out and frame it out and make it look nice. So yeah, we'll get to that at a later date. But for now, I got to go find out how my kid's doing in kindergarten. But I'll be back. It'll probably be a day or two before I get back to this, but it'll be just a few seconds for you. It's the next day, and as you can tell, I'm not wearing a coat or a hat. We went from about the 40s, being in the 40s, to almost 70 today, so quite the temperature change. And great news, my little one's doing great in kindergarten, so that's great news. But yeah, I'm back here. I'm going to try to get some more of these strips up on the side, and maybe hopefully frame out these windows today. So that's the plan. Let's see if I can get there. Well, I am losing light, and I didn't get quite as far as I'd like, but I did get some more of the little slats up, and I'm getting a little farther. So I'm really trying to get this done before winter, you know, but if, with weather like this, maybe winter's not coming. We'll find out. But yeah, let me show you what I've done so far. My little one decided he wanted to help, and he's putting nails in wood for me. He put one in my trailer, so I had to give him this piece of wood instead. Anyway, so yeah, I've gotten a lot of the slats up. There's a couple spots I didn't put up. I didn't put a slat here because I've got to do some work up on this roof line. I've got to enclose this and vent it so that animals can't get in. So I've got to do a little work. So I decided at those points I would not put slats up just yet. And then I've got all the short slats still to run in the windows. And again, I'm going to frame this window out, make it look pretty. I've started to frame this one a little bit just to get it in. Like I said, this is just a makeshift window I put in here. Probably shouldn't have done it this way, but that's the way it is. So I'll finish framing that out. Okay, wrapping up for the night. This is going to be the end of today, but this won't be the end of the video. I still have a lot left to do. So I'll just keep showing you progress as I do this over the next week or so, or a few weeks. I do really hope to have this done by winter. My goal is to have the exterior stuff done to the point that I can work on the interior and hopefully have this place opened up as a shop in the spring. That's really what I want it to be. It's just a place that I'm selling out of, that I can just randomly open and invite people in to buy from the shed. That's the overall goal. So still have a lot left to do, but gonna end it for today. But again, this isn't gonna be the end of the video. I'll keep showing the progress as I move forward. Well, we are back at it for one more day. I'm really hoping to wrap this up. I did do a little bit of work off camera the other day. Let me show you real quick. It is looking like a shed again, right? I did frame out this window here. Is it perfect? No. And it's got some weatherization to do still to finalize it, but it's looking better. Come around my tree here. Whoop. Yeah, and here's the other window framed out. Still a couple more slats I got to put up here. And I do have a little more work to do on this corner here, but it's a little bit of a mess. I wish I would have thought about it when I approached this wall and figured out how to make this end a little more plumb, because of course it wasn't when I was building it, but that would have saved me a little bit of a headache here. But you know what? It's a shed, it's sturdy, she's gonna hold up, and she's protected from the weather, so I'm happy. Now let's get back to work. Well, I can say I'm pretty much done. I do have some minor things I have to do, cut some wood out to get a couple more slats up, but overall the project's done. Like I said, just a few more touch-up things. Not gonna happen tonight because I really am losing light. This daylight savings thing, it really hampers you getting some stuff done from time to time. But yeah, overall, I think it looks pretty good. Let me show you. If I have enough light, there is the finished backside. I did up top here trim out just a little bit different, just because those vents, the trim running up to that would have looked kind of off. So I trimmed that out up there. And then I'm gonna have to figure out what to do right here, where it meets up with this part of the barn, you know, with this older wood. It definitely wasn't even. I'll probably build some type of faux beam when the time comes, but that is a project in itself. And then here's the other side, coming together. Yeah, I showed you I framed out the windows. Just have this one slat I got to put back in, and then a couple short ones after I fix out that other wood. There's that window. I did put in this piece here, but this corner, again, it's going to be a project in itself. I really wish I'd figured out how to plumb that out a little bit more, but it is what I have, so I'll make it work. I was able, though, to make this corner look a little better. probably do some little tweaking, but now you don't have that big gap from start to the bottom, you know, where it's tight up top and a gap in the bottom. I did trim that out. I think that's a wrap on this project. Can't believe it, but it is. I think it turned out pretty good. You guys tell me what you think. Were there mistakes made along the way? Yes, definitely some mistakes made. But overall, I think it turned out well. And I just have to say, there is something nice about doing a project like this. Just using your hands, building, having a finished product. Just something about it, especially in this day and age of us staring at our screens all the time, being on social media. Nothing against you guys for watching right now, but I'm just saying there's just something about building or creating something with your hands that's just nice. But yeah, so that's the end of this. I'm quite pleased. And another big shout out to my father-in-law who really encouraged me to buy the wood and to get the siding up. I probably would have went another winter if he hadn't encouraged me. So thank you, a big thanks to him and for helping me out with that. And I wish you would have been here to help me put it up, because this was a lot of work. No, but I am so grateful. Yeah, so let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched to the end, I really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying these videos, like always, like, share, subscribe. And as I always say, stay kind. A little kindness goes a long way. And in today's world, that is a true statement, I believe. So yeah, stay kind, and see you on the flip side. Peace.